Hello everyone, myself Sonia Gupta. I'm a faculty with Laksh Academy and a UPSC aspirant. Basically, I teach polity in our institute. So let us begin with understanding what is polity. So Indian polity, now this subject is very important from the point of view of prelims as well as mains. In prelims, there are directly handpicked questions coming from the books in the UPSC prelims paper. So if you prepare polity, you somewhere secure 30 to 40 marks, which is unparalleled by studying other subjects. How? Because for other subjects, you have to have more analytical skills, whereas in polity, you will find that questions are directly picked up from the book. And that's the major advantage of polity in prelims. Next, when we talk about polity for mains, an entire paper, GS paper 2 is dedicated for polity, and a smaller part of it is given to international affairs also. However, polity still remains the dominant subject. And if you prepare polity and governance well, you secure your prelims. Once you secure your prelims, you are among the very few thousands who will give mains. And in mains, if you secure paper 2, you go to your interview. So this is the strategic significance of Indian polity. Now let us understand what is this subject all about. Now, from the many people equate polity with politics as well as political science. However, there are various differences between these three terms: polity, politics, and political science. Now, when we talk about polity is the study of government. For example, in Afghanistan, we have seen recently the Islamic Emirat of Afghanistan has been established. Right now, just imagine: will there be secularism in Afghanistan? No. Will there be right to equality? No. Will there be right to freedom, at least for women, for minorities? It won't be there. Okay. So Afghanistan will be governed in this manner. However, when we compare this with our country is very democratic, secular. We have right to freedom. We have right to equality practiced in all parts of our country. So in polity, we study how a country is being governed. What are the basic principles that underlie the governance of that country? I hope so. What is polity is clear. Then we move to what is politics. Now, politics is studying all about political parties, political candidates, their pitch and efforts for taking political power. That is politics. So when we study politics, you have to understand which are the major political parties in our country, the minor ones, who are the key role players, etc., etc. Then we go on to understanding what is political science. Now, political science has polity integrated within itself. So there will be a component of polity as well as international relations. Okay. So polity, politics, and political science, these are three different terms. Never confuse them with each other. Okay. We have to study Indian polity for UPSC. Now let us move forward to know what should be our approach to study polity. Now our approach should be a very integrated one. Okay, there is no such thing as preparing separately for prelims, preparing separately for mains. At least if you have 10 months before the exam, before a few couple of months before prelims, it's all right. We can, I can suggest you topics which you have to specifically prepare for prelims, and later on such topics which have to be prepared for mains. However, when you start beforehand, like 10 months, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, so please do not be focused upon distinguishing what is important for prelims and what is important for mains. Prepare it in an integrated manner. That means you have to read your syllabus well, every word of the syllabus. You have, if you are a starter, newcomer, then you will have to read the syllabus at least 4 to 5 times. Okay, still many terms will not be under your grasp of understanding, but you have to keep on revising that syllabus once you study polity for say for and for that respect any other subject. If you study any subject for 2 to 3 days, just go back and read the syllabus again. Then you will start understanding few more words in the syllabus. Then after you are thorough with that syllabus, or at least you have given 1 or 2 reads of the syllabus, go to the past year question papers. These two things have to be done concurrently while studying. It is not that you can understand the entire UPSC syllabus and the question papers in the first go itself. Once you have read some subject for at least a week, okay, then only you will understand the syllabus and the past papers. So they have to be taken together. Study, revise the syllabus, visit the past year papers, then again study, again go through the syllabus, revise the past papers. This is the approach that you need. Okay. So this was our approach to study Indian polity, or rather any other subject. So as I told you, prelims and mains, if you are starting, if you have good amount of time before prelims and mains, please prepare in an integrated manner. Okay, because sometimes we see that this topic is important and this is a minor topic, it will not come for mains. However, questions have come for mains from those topics itself. For example, financial emergency. Okay, so financial emergency, we used to see that it is a minor topic. We only used to read it for prelims, but there was a question in mains also. So please prepare in an integrated manner if you're preparing in advance. Okay. Now, what are the major topics that we have to go through for preparing polity? The first topic is Indian Parliament. Second is Union Executive. Third is Judiciary. Once you are thorough with these three topics, you are aware of 50% of our syllabus, the major chunk of the syllabus. So first you have to prepare Union Parliament, Union Executive, and then Judiciary. Once you prepare this, the state legislature, state executive, and high court, subordinate courts, they get prepared automatically. Okay, because 50% to 60% of the union topics are repeated in the state topics also. So first, please prepare Indian Parliament, Executive, and Judiciary. From there, you'll have a grip over what is polity. As I told you, then once you are thorough with Indian government, three organs, legislature, executive, and judiciary, you can compare our government with other governments also. For example, if you have read Indian Parliament, you see that in India we have the Prime Minister, who is the de jure ruler. You can compare with US President. In US, the de jure ruler is the President. Okay, so once you're thorough with these topics of Indian polity, you can compare it with world polity also. And it is a very important topic in your syllabus, comparison with world polity. Every year you'll find one question from some other political system of the world. For example, in 2018, French government's policy, this question had come up. Recently, US and India, a comparison between these two political systems had come up. So this topic is very, very important. Next, there are two parts in polity. One is Indian polity. As I told you, for that, studying Indian Parliament, Executive, and Judiciary becomes important. The second part is governance. Now, polity was study of government. Governance is how to run that government. Okay, so first part you focus on studying polity, studying our government. Second part we focus on how to run our government. Now, what are the major topics in this? So first of all, whenever we follow a welfare policy, welfare attitude towards our citizens, our government is totally a welfarist state. So for the main focus of our government is on vulnerable sections. Now, what are vulnerable sections? It comprises of women, then they have children, we have elderly, SC, ST, OBC, the disabled, and the transgenders. Okay, so the entire government is run keeping in focus these vulnerable sections. All policies, major chunk of the schemes, all are directed towards the welfare of these vulnerable sections. So once you are trying to study governance, please focus on these subtopics very, very importantly. Next, you have the health and education sector, then poverty and India's development, then pressure groups, SHEs, donors, and charities. So if you continue with this sequence, you will see that by the time you start reading pressure groups and SHGs, and you will totally understand what are these pressure groups, SHGs, donors, and charities oriented towards, what are their main goals, and if we follow their approach, what will be their impact on our society, on our polity. So please follow this sequence while understanding or going through the governance part of polity. So students, this was about polity. What is polity? The difference between polity, politics, political science. How do we approach our subject, that is polity, for UPSC prelims and mains? What are the major topics that you have to cover for Indian polity? What are the major topics that you have to cover for governance? Once you're thorough with this, your polity subject is thoroughly prepared. You are ready to go for the exam. From my side, I wish you all the best. Now, I represent here my institution, that is Lakshya Academy. So, if you like my introduction for polity subject, please do like and subscribe our channel. We'll be very happy if you visit our class, our institution, and it will be our pleasure to train you for entering civil services. Thank you very much. Take care.